Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Fridays. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Just so you know, I do put timestamps to everything down below. So if you want to move on to something else, that's what they're there for. So, by the card, you already know what we're going to talk about. I think you say it as Tamuh or Tama. If you know the phonetic, put it down below. We are almost out of our Sawalef journey over here. I've got 3 fragrances left to go. We got Romance, Oud, Mactum, and Empire. I think that's it, although I have to admit there may be one more hanging out in my laptop bag. Not saying that I don't, you know, I'm not enjoying my experience here, but I'm kind of already ready to move on to something else. But anyway, let me get into it. So you saw the packaging in the card. I love consistency, nice and classy, white and gold. And this one, bottle matches. Yay! What fell out? The card. So nothing crazy over here. You've seen the little bottle 1,000 times before. The note breakdown on the website is a little bit different than what's on the card, and it's inaccurate on the website because they only list 3 notes and it's much more complex, and the card I feel is more on par with what's actually going on in the fragrance. So on the website, just so you know, they list the top is lemon, middle is Irish clove, and the base is leather, but there's so much more that you are not getting in that descriptor right there. So the card actually says a top note of lemon, apple, and bergamot, a heart of iris, clove, black pepper, and then the base is cedar, white musk, and birch. And let me tell you, this is on par with what is going on with this fragrance. So if you bought the fragrance with just the impression that it was those 3 notes, you're probably going to be disappointed, especially if you don't like some of these other notes that are in this fragrance. If I had to pick some words to describe this fragrance, it would be bright, woody, it is Cedar Town, bold, and peppery, spicy. So when you first spray this fragrance on, the things that jump out at you the most, and again, this is where you're gonna get into trouble with if you are just going based on the notes that are listed on the website. The cedar is so dominant in this. It is the first thing that I notice. I'm a cedar fan, but I know it's a very polarizing note, so I'm just throwing that out there. It is super bright and fresh because of all that citrus in the opening, and it also has a really nice spiciness to it. Now, when this dries down, it doesn't really change that much. It's a pretty linear fragrance. The only things that start to pop out a little bit more is the citrus takes a step back and kind of fades away, and you're left with a very leathery, woody, spicy, warm fragrance. It's still appropriate for the warmer months, and actually because of the opening, it makes me think of more of the warmer months, like, you know, maybe like a spring, fall. It is a beast mode fragrance, and it has a ton of lasting power and projection, as what's typical with this house. So it is totally wearable in the winter as well. I think that it's a very versatile fragrance because of that. You can wear it throughout all the seasons, and it's also one of those ones that is super unisex. It doesn't lean more masculine or feminine in any way. It's very well balanced. I think though more men would gravitate toward this fragrance than the ladies, because of the way that the leather and the cedar are blended together. It just feels like something I find more frequently in fragrances geared towards men. So naturally, that's why I say that. As far as wearability goes, it is super versatile. I say spray with caution as usual, you know, depending on your setting. It has excellent projection and longevity. So again, just be mindful of where you're going. It's an amazing date night fragrance, office scent. And as I said earlier, it can be worn pretty much throughout all the seasons. As far as pricing goes, this one is totally on par with all the others. We have the little sample that I showed you. It's a 3 ml bottle for $2.99. You have a full retail presentation, which is a bottle in a box, and that's a $159.99. And then you have the non-retail option, and that is just literally the bottle in a velvet pouch for $119.99. Again, these only come in 80 mils. There are no 100 mils. You don't need 100 mils. This will last you for a lifetime. I would recommend this. I don't think that it would make a safe blind buy, mainly because the note description on the website is not very accurate. But if you are a big cedar fan and you are looking for another cedar, predominantly cedar fragrance, then this would be a great option for you. I'd feel comfortable saying that this is a good blind buy if you are a huge cedar fan. If you're kind of on the fence about it, test it out, because this is a commitment. It's a very potent, strong fragrance that if you don't like one piece of it, it will be very cloying and in your face. So if you have the option, try it out. But if you want to take that chance and blind buy it, as long as you're a cedar fan, then you have my blessing. Is it one of the ones that are going to make my top 3? I don't know yet. I'm still deciding that, but I look forward to rounding out that video. I'm almost through all these. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, you know where to put them down below. I love hearing from y'all. Till next Friday, guys. Bye.